athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Just misses with that jab. That counter shot lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A straight right just misses. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Tom, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking to fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. Failing to score with that right hook. Missing with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. There's the bell for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Straight right just misses. And forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Both men step back for just a moment. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. That uppercut just missed. Missing with the left hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominant.
Here's the bell for round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Holding nothing back here in the round. Well done with that counter shot. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Counter punch. They exchange punches. Did you see that? We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Pound-for-pound king, Canelo is down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I've got to see that again. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response.
And there's the bell for round 5. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
A perfect counter shot. A straight right just misses. Misses. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. It's no secret who has the advantage after that. There's the bell for round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. A straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. A straight right just misses. Nice stop, but that won't score. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
It's a terrible round.
And there's the bell for round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. When are we going to see a jab from these two? As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The straight right just misses. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Every second, every minute of this.
And we enter the 8th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will when they hit. Be a lot harder. Sometimes when you get nervous, so powerful, you gotta think him. You just gotta be smart in him. You gotta be like a little faggot and pickpocket him. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Swing and miss with that jab.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.